is to come away with mutual areas of interest so that we can find initiatives within education that we can jointly focus on. So this is our very first education roundtable meeting. So this is an organizational meeting, not really as much of a business meeting, other than the fact that we're hoping to find common ground between us within that very big, broad, bad field of education. And we all have different backgrounds here, and so what we want to do is go around and introduce yourself and give your background. We're going to wait on your group, World Table, when we have your presentation, which will be at 7:30. So that gives us about 35 minutes to. So what I'm hoping we can do is we can take each about 2 or 3 minutes, introduce yourself, tell us just a little bit about who you are and why you're interested in education, what area of education you're interested in. So we'll start over here with our beloved chairman. Yeah, that's appropriate.
Well,
Thank you.
With training wheels and everything.
Yeah, so again, I introduced this as the very first meeting. So
Awesome. Well, my name is Rick Nielsen. I've met some of you, and I look forward to meeting with and getting to know all of you. My background is in healthcare. My specialty area is in neurophysiology. I've been doing that for the last 45 years. Practiced for about 20 years in the Navy, and then retired and came back to Utah about 22 years ago, and started an academic institution called Rocky Mountain University in Provo. It's morphed itself into a very large and very successful healthcare education institution that we do mostly doctoral degrees. We have about 17 different doctoral degree programs. I have an interest also in education. I'm involved with a humanitarian group that we started, my wife and I started many years ago. We go to Africa and build schools in different parts of Africa. So I'm kind of interested in what Lewis is doing also on the other side of the roundtable thing.
So for those of you who don't know, actually we do have someone who knows Lewis pretty well from his company, U.S. Synthetic. Lewis Pope is the chair of the Poverty Roundtable, which met last Wednesday. And so you have both interests, poverty and education and health.
And healthcare, yeah.
And so we'll end up forming a healthcare roundtable at some point. We want to start with education and poverty because those are two areas of common interest that we are, most of us have an interest in the network. And welcome, Michael. Good to see you. Okay, so speaking of schools in Africa, Diane, why don't you give your background a little bit?
I've been going into Zambia, Africa for about, 10, 12 years with another nonprofit. That nonprofit was directly with orphan care, but after seeing the lack of education, especially with girls, we started a nonprofit, and it focuses on computer skills and English skills for girls. And we actually just took 18 computers over, and these girls just opened their first computers in July, and some screamed, some dropped them, some ran, some put their nose on so I'm very interested in education and educating. Mostly, I guess my motto is poverty, education, jobs. I don't want to stop with just education, but we've got to create jobs for these girls to be able to survive.
Okay, so poverty and education, lifting people out of poverty through education and jobs is a common theme. I think we'll hear resonating through others as well in the group.
And not sustainable, but profitable.
But profitable in order to be able to have an impact investment.
Exactly.
Great. And one thing you didn't note, Rick, is that your university is a for-profit university.
Yes, it is.
And so also looking for investments as opposed to donations, largely. Okay, Al, our host.
I came for and with the food.
Okay.
Very good. Very good.
I got half of that down.
So, my main interest is the poverty roundtable, but you can't really solve almost any societal problem without education being a component of it, and so it's nice to be here.
Great. And Al, by the way, New York Times bestseller, 4 times author, co-author,